briefly going to chat today about non-negotiables and negotiables when it comes to your health and fitness, and what I would do, or what I'd certainly advocate for my clients and for you on this live today. I personally advocate both for various reasons really, but one of the main reasons is both non-negotiables and negotiables allow for more flexibility with your lifestyle going forward. So negotiables allow more flexibility directly, and non-negotiables allow more flexibility indirectly. So for example, a non-negotiable of you must weight train 5 times per week will naturally increase energy output from what you've previously done. Therefore, it would allow more scope and more flexibility for you to consume more food and foods that you love and enjoy. A non-negotiable of hitting a calorie range or hitting a protein amount will naturally allow more flexibility in respect to you have therefore more choice of the types of foods that you're able to pick and choose from what you've previously been told or what you've previously thought. By you having that non-negotiable of a figure to hit and a figure to stick to, it's not saying what types of those foods you should be eating in order to make that amount up. It's just basically saying as long as you hit those figures, you're all good. So you have more flexibility and more choice, okay, which, as we all know, is more maintainable long term. So that's how non-negotiables would help you. With regards to negotiables, it's things like having more flexibility and more choice with your food. So choosing what types of food you pick in order to make your calorie range up. For example, it's what types of exercises or what type of training you choose in order to be more active and things like that. But what I always encourage my clients to do with the negotiables is to pay attention to them. So for example, if they're not paying attention to a form of training or to a type of food that may not be working as well for them, or they might be getting a bad reaction to food, like more bloatedness and feeling more lethargic, etc., or it having a massive impact on their energy or affecting things like sleep. If they're not aware of what these negotiables are doing, like food, for example, like types of training, then they're not going to learn from them, and they're not going to narrow things down and make the whole process more concise and more specific to them. So ultimately, they start to get better day by day. If they're not conscious of what they're doing, then they're just going to be stuck at square one over and over again. So what I encourage my clients to do all the time is to be really conscious of these negotiables in order to know what's working for them and what's not working for them, so they can narrow the process down. But ultimately, both negotiables and non-negotiables are a must, and they work very, very well together, both directly and indirectly, to allow you more flexibility with the way you live, with the way you eat, with the way you train, ultimately to allow more chance of you succeeding long term than probably what your previous efforts have been. Now, obviously, this is all my opinions, but what I will say is this has, I've been the other way, where I've just basically said, you have to do this, and everything is a non-negotiable. I've not allowed flexibility in my clients' eating. This is going way back. But then through trial and error and through understanding that actually maybe what I've been prescribing isn't working for a reason, and there's a reason why my adherence levels aren't where they should be with clients, it's actually then allowing them more flexibility, allowing them more negotiables, as well as certain non-negotiables, has ultimately led to a higher percentage of my clients not just getting better results, but more of them getting to the goals that they want to get to. So it's obviously been a process with me of trial and error in order to get to this point, and in order to let you know that you need negotiables and non-negotiables within your health and fitness lifestyle in order to make sure you're giving you the best chance of progressing long term.